Becerra. I mean, did he not just do such a great job? Wow. I mean, I was sitting there and it's evident the leadership in this team. And of course, can we put our hands together for Masood Rana? Incredible training. I mean, what a way to set the stage and to get our mindset right. And of course, I want to thank everybody that's part of MWW, because there would be none of these stories if it wasn't exactly how Calvin said for every single one of you. So I want to give each of you a huge round of applause. And well, I am so excited to be here today. I am so proud to be representing Jeunesse, which is a company that is absolutely phenomenal. And I want to let you know that it's every single one of your efforts, day in and day out. It's getting that customer, it's getting that new distributor, it's promoting that new jade, that new pearl that has helped Jeunesse become the company that it is today. And you know, I'd like to start with just talking about the power of this industry, because truly it's this industry that has just been an incredible platform, an incredible vehicle for so many people to change their lives. And let me tell you something, you will not find a bigger fan of this industry than me. You see, when I was 17 years old, I also got introduced to this industry, and I had no idea what it was, and I had no idea the power of it. But when you fast forward 13 years later, I sit here, you know, I stand here just humbly looking back at the past 13 years and seeing just the incredible difference that this industry was able to do for me. And so that lights a fire in me and my soul and my spirit to make sure that every single person knows about this industry, to ensure that every single individual that's looking for hope knows about this industry. Because truly, this industry can become so magical for so many people. How many of you guys believe that? Yes? You guys believe that? And you see, in today's day and age, and all the time, you know, the world is changing, the world is evolving. And true or not true, right now people are looking for opportunity more than ever before. True? Absolutely. And so many people right now are turning to opening up their mind to not just having their plan A, but they're also having a plan B. And many people today are taking part in something like Uber, like Postmates, like Groupon. Anybody know any Uber drivers, Lyft drivers, you know, Airbnb? And you see, I think it's great. I think it's great that so many people are opening up their mind to having these side situations. But here's the thing. When many people are out there and they're driving through Uber, they're driving through Lyft, and they're doing all of these side situations, they're finally opening up their mind to take an extra step. But at the end of the day, while they're doing something different, they're still trading their time for money. And you see, with Jeunesse, we have an opportunity for those individuals that are looking to do something different, to take their extra time, just like they would with something like Uber and Lyft. They can take their extra time and instead put it into a business that is ultimately not giving them linear income, but it's giving them residual income. You see, at the end of the day, we have to make a decision as to what our future is going to look like. And when we start with the end in mind, when you know where you want to go, you can start working backwards and seeing what's going to give you the best opportunity for that. And this is where I think that you and I have an obligation to so many people to share with them the power of this industry. Because if there's somebody out there that's driving Uber and that's driving Lyft, while that's great, why shouldn't they also know about direct sales? So while they're trading their time for money, instead of just earning something linear, they can start earning something residually that's going to change their lives forever, you know, as much as they want it to be. And that's what you and I have, and that brings us to Jeunesse. You see, Jeunesse is a company that started almost 12 years ago. It'll be 12 years on September 9th. And since that time, it has grown to the tune of $8 billion, okay? $8 billion. Now that's huge. Now, while the number means a lot and it's very impressive, you know, I look at what's behind that number. What does this number represent? And this number represents so many lives that have been changed. So many lives that have been changed through the process of the products, which did Mr. Mokhtar not do such an incredible job with the products? I mean, wow, he did such a great job talking about the products. And these products are absolutely phenomenal. They've been made by Nobel Prize nominee nominees, which is phenomenal. And when people say yes to the products, they're saying yes to better health. And ultimately, when you have good health, you have the ability, the vitality, the energy to go do the things that sets your soul on fire. And that's what you and I have. We have products that allow people to live their very healthiest life, right? We have products that allow you to look better, with Luminous and Envy and all these different products. And, I don't know about you, but, when I feel that I look my best, I also feel my best. And when you feel your best, you have that extra, just that extra step, that extra energy that also allows you to go out there and just, pursue the things that make you happy. And that's what happens when you and I go out there, share the products, and allow people to say yes to the products. How many of you guys say yes to our products today? Yeah. Absolutely. But we don't just stop there. We have an opportunity, and this is what is just so incredible. We have an opportunity that people can say yes to. I mean, imagine this. Imagine that you had a friend that came to you and said, look, I'm going to share with you a company that has sold $8 billion over the course of 12 years, has Nobel Prize nominees that have made these products, that is selling these, that has doors open in a global platform in over 140 countries. Okay, and you can go out there and I'll tell you what, for $1,000, for $10,000, you can have shares in that company. Okay, how many of you guys would say that's a no-brainer? I mean, can you imagine if somebody said, hey, you can have shares in this company that has grown all over the world, and 12 years later, right? But the thing is, here at Jeunesse, you and I have the opportunity to share all of this with everybody, unlimitedly, and they can own their own business for just $29.99. I mean, it's absolutely crazy to think, when you really stop to think about it. I mean, I really want you to stop and think about it one day. But look at Jeunesse for all that it is, everything that it has done. And it's crazy to think that we can offer this opportunity to everybody, okay, to your neighbor, to everyone, for $29.99 to get started. They have access to everything Jeunesse has done. I mean, Calvin was talking about it earlier and a few others. When most people want to start their own business, they're talking about hundreds of thousands of dollars. I mean, the Small Business Administration says that it's hundreds of thousands of dollars, and most of them are going to fail within their very first year. And you and I have this miracle in our hands, this blessing in our hands of Jeunesse Global that has done everything that it's done over the last 12 years, and you can offer it to somebody for $29.95. You see, when you look at it that way, at least when I look at it that way, I feel it's my obligation to tell everybody I know about it. Now, whether they want to say yes or they want to say no, that's completely up to them. But nonetheless, if your sister, if your brother had the most incredible opportunity and they didn't share it with you, I don't know about you, but I would be a little bit upset with my sister, my brother, right? And that's what we have here. You have this obligation to go out there and just share with the world. And I'll tell you what, when you start believing, when you have this conviction in your soul, when you absolutely know 100% that this is the most incredible opportunity, and my friend, I don't know what else I can tell you to really make sure that you understand this, because Jeunesse there's so much proof in the pudding, as they say, and you have incredible leadership who's living the life of Jeunesse every single day, okay? And if once you believe this in your soul, I'll tell you what, okay, you will go sapphire, you will go ruby, you will go emerald, you will go diamond, but it starts with that conviction. And so today, tonight, I want you to really ask yourself, okay, how bad do you want it? How bad do you want it for you, for your family? And let's make a decision tonight, today, to take on the challenge of getting to that next rank, to getting to diamond. You have incredible leadership here that has paved the way, that knows exactly how to get to diamond in whatever amount of time you want to do it. Whether you want to do it in 8 months, like so many diamonds here, whether you want to do it in 11 months like Masood Rana, it's totally up to you. But I'll tell you what, okay? I'll tell you what, at the very end of the day, what I can tell you is that you not only have an obligation to share an incredible opportunity with so many people, but you have an obligation to tell your story. Okay, and let me tell you why. your story is incredible. Your story is the one thing that there is somebody right now in this room right now and in many other rooms that we're going to be in that is going to be the story that inspires them to go to that next step. That's going to be the story that inspires them to say yes to Janess all the way. The story that inspires them to go Sapphire. The story that inspires them to change their family tree forever. And let me tell you why. Because I know that if I sat with you and I heard your story, there would be so much depth there. There would be struggles, there would be challenges, and there would be, and every time you've overcome. Every single time you have come up, every single time you put your head above water and you took another breath of air and you made it happen. And it's your story that is the story that somebody's going to relate to. And can you imagine if you really truly believe that? If you really truly believed that it's your story that's going to set somebody free. And when you really do, you're going to get on this stage and you're going to grab that mic and you're going to tell that story knowing that you're going to change somebody's life. And so my friend, I want you to know that I can't wait to hear your story. That it is your obligation to tell your story because the world, because nobody sees the world through your eyes, through your lens. You know, I'll tell you what, for me, it was the story of my mother. She was 17 years old when she came to this country, and she's from Mexico, and because she took the step of bravery and of courage, she changed my life. She made sure that my sister and I had a completely different life than her. And so I'll leave you with this, okay? I'll leave you with the fact that I want you to have a date in your journal or wherever it is that you are going to tell your story, and make sure you stick to that date and ask the team, the mentors here, for help, for a blueprint, for a guide. But after this weekend, everybody should be very crystal clear on where we're headed. And as far as Janess, let me tell you something. It's not about the numbers for us, okay? Sure, it's been really great to have the story of $8 billion, but the truth is, okay, I will be very proud, and I know the founders will be very proud when we have 8 billion people that have simply had the opportunity to say yes to Janess. To know that we did our part to just offer the opportunity, to extend the opportunity, and to see the lives that have changed, because that's what this business is all about. The numbers always come. They're always a byproduct when you really set your heart and your intention on just going out there and being a difference maker, and being somebody that cares about people, that loves people, and that simply is there for them every single step of the way. That's what it's about for us, and I'll tell you what, my team and I, here in North America, we are going to work harder than ever for you. After being here today, and I've got 2 more days and I'm really excited about it, you know, I'm going to go home and we're going to work even harder for you because you deserve it. You absolutely deserve it. I know Masood Rana said he hasn't slept in 40 hours, okay? He hasn't slept in 40 hours, and I know that there has been countless nights, and I know there's been a lot of sacrifice in this team. The last year has been difficult, and while I was not here, I've heard of the stories, and I want to tell you that I will never forget that I will go home a completely different person, and we're here to work for you. We serve you, and I will not rest. I will not rest until you have the very best environment, the very best North America, so that we can help the rest of the regions to help Janess be everything that it is. Because I believe in my heart of hearts that Janess is the best company in this industry. That Janess is absolutely, that Janess is going to be the biggest blessing to not just the industry, but to this world. And so let's join hands, let's lock arms, and let's continue to cross this bridge from success to significance. It's been my honor to be here tonight. I thank you for all of your work. I thank you for just everything you've done. I absolutely love you guys, and I hope to be back very soon. Good night. Thank you.